everyone, it is March 17th and welcome to Odds Wizard, where we bet for fun by betting together. We have 3 awesome March Madness picks for you for this St. Patrick's Day. Speaking of, I'm going to talk about our picks from last night real quick. We had 3 amazing picks, and by amazing, I mean they were super close games. We had the Celtics just before St. Patrick's Day, and they won. We had the Dallas Mavericks, who won on a buzzer beater. And then we had our double overtime game, March play-in game last night with Notre Dame versus Rutgers, and Notre Dame won in double overtime. And I really thought we were going to win the Rutgers pick until it hit midnight and St. Patrick's Day hit, and you've got the Fighting Irish on St. Patrick's Day. I knew it was over. We were done. Like, once we hit midnight, there was no way Rutgers was going to win. But either way, all 3 games were super close, super fun to watch, and that's why we're picking these kind of games. Today I've got 3 of the March Madness picks for you guys. What we're going to do is, like I said, I'm going to pick 3 of the games that are going to be super close. And 2 of them I even have upset picks. So if you already filled out your bracket, too bad. But this is what we're going to do. And the picks we're going to pull for today. And the games I'm going to follow as the day goes on. I mean, honestly, we're going to be watching basketball from noon till 1 a.m. So these are the 3 games that I'm personally going to focus on. And put a little sprinkle on to get a rooting interest. I'm going to start with our early game. It's at 1:45 on TNT. I'm going to take number 8 Boise State over number 9 Memphis, and that's at plus 135. So the number 9 seed Memphis is actually the favorite in this. Why is that? It's because Memphis has a lot of 5-star starters. They have a lot of guys that were heavily recruited, but somehow why are they the 9 seed? It's because they don't play great. They have, even though they're full of top recruits, they have a lot of really, really, really bad losses. But they have 3 big wins. Against ranked teams this year, they are 3-0. So when the bright lights shine, this team tends to do well. Even though that's the case, Boise State plays in a very underrated division. It's extremely tough. It's why I think they might actually come out and win this game. And the seeding, they're seeded 8th for a reason, ahead of Memphis. Even though Memphis is the betting favorite, I still think Boise State can win this. I mean, I tend to pick grittier teams, but this is a very deep, deep team that's played really well against some of the top teams. So yeah, I'm going to pick Boise State. The other thing is this game is in Portland, so it's definitely going to be a home court advantage for Boise State because I don't see Memphis traveling that well to Portland. So yeah, number 8, Boise State to upset Memphis. Our second pick is another upset pick. We're going to take number 9, Marquette, to beat number 8, North Carolina. That's at plus 150. That game, it's today. It's at 4:30 on TBS. North Carolina is always a darling, right? I mean, they've been a team for the last 25 years that you can pick going deep into March. That's not the case this year. They're not the same team. Shoot, the ACC isn't even the same division it used to be. Duke won, North Carolina, and then nothing. I mean, that division has gone from the best to nothing super fast. UNC is a 3.5 favorite in this. I still think Marquette not only covers that, but beats them. Marquette finished super strong. The reason they're a 9 seed, to be honest, is because of their first half of the season where they had 5 or 6 really bad losses. In the back half of the season, they went 4-0 against ranked teams. They know how to play really good teams, and North Carolina is a good team, don't get me wrong. I just think Marquette is more than up to the challenge, and I don't think North Carolina has faced many teams as good as Marquette is this year. North Carolina, they did finish second in their conference. I don't think it's enough. They had that big win versus Duke on Coach K's last home game. I think that was going to be their Super Bowl this year, okay? I really think Marquette is going to upset them today. And it's what I'm going to root for, mainly because I'm tired of seeing North Carolina and Duke in March every year. So it'll be nice to see a change with Marquette taking this one today. Our last pick, I'm going to take number 5 St. Mary's to beat Indiana, and that's at minus 140. The spread in this one is only 3.5 points. So even though it's a 12 seed and a 5 seed, they predict it to be a really close game. It's at 7:30 tonight on TBS, which is great. The late games tonight, anything after 9 o'clock, it should be a blowout. So you guys can go to bed early tonight to get yourself rested for tomorrow. This is the last really good game for the day, in my opinion. Like I said, 7:30 on TBS. Commonly in brackets, the 12 seed beats the 5 seed. We've seen it for the last 15 years. That's the common upset pick. I don't know why it works out that way, and I think a lot of people are going to have Indiana, who's a very big name team, to beat St. Mary's. I think those people are going to be wrong. Indy beat Wyoming in the play-in game, but They were the 9th ranked team in the Big Ten. Now, they were 9th out of 10 teams. Yeah, they're called the Big Ten. There's like 75 teams in there. But I don't think the Big Ten is as good as everybody thinks it is. I think a lot of these West Coast teams don't get the credit they deserve because they play so many late games that they don't get the eyeballs that a team like Indiana gets as a big-name school. St. Mary's has already beaten number 1 Gonzaga this year. I think Indiana is far inferior to Gonzaga, and I think St. Mary's is definitely going to take this game. Even though a lot of you probably have Indiana over St. Mary's as the 12th seed, I'm picking St. Mary's. Plus, I love watching this team play. They're highly underrated because they're a small school on the West Coast. So if you get a chance, tune in tonight at 7:30 on TBS and pull for St. Mary's with us. It should be a really good game. If you take all 3 of these picks and throw them in the cauldron, our odds are going to be plus 905. So for every $100 you'd put in, you'd win $9.05. I have 2 upset picks. Let's be frank. This may not hit tonight. We came this close to hitting our cauldron last night. We didn't. I hope we do today. March Madness is called that for a reason. Anything can happen in any of these games, and I really think these are 3 of the best games going on today. To recap what those are, we are going to take Boise State over Memphis. We're going to take Marquette over North Carolina. We're going to take St. Mary's over Indiana. If you get a chance, follow along on Twitter. I'm not going to lie, the 145 game I might have a hard time live tweeting because I do have a regular job. But anything, the 4:30 game, the 7:30 game, follow along and chat with us as we kind of walk our way through it. All right? If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to do this every day, pick the 3 best games of the day, and then give us a team to root for so that we can watch something every night with a rooting interest. We're kind of building our own team that we can root for together every single night starting from scratch. All right? Anyway, enjoy all the madness today. You've got basketball all day. You've got golf. You have spring training starting, and you have St. Patrick's Day. I predict 98% of you are going to be drunk by the time you watch this video, which is what happens on St. Patrick's Day. So either way, be safe. Good luck with your bets, and we'll see you tomorrow.